The International Building Code requires separate electrical meters for each dwelling unit in a multi-family building or for each retail or office space in a commercial building. The National Electrical Code specifies that each tenant space in a commercial building must have a separate service and meter according to Article 230.3. Most utility companies require individual metering for each customer, as it allows them to accurately bill for usage and allocate costs accordingly. E-mon D-mon systems can be used to monitor electrical usage in individual units. However, this data cannot be used for billing purposes without meeting certain requirements. Firstly, the system must be certified by the utility company to ensure accuracy. Secondly, the building association must have a written agreement with each owner outlining how the billing will be calculated and managed. Shared metering can reduce installation costs by using fewer meters. Managing billing for shared metering requires careful record keeping and transparent fee calculations. Owners may dispute their usage and billing, especially if they have concerns about the accuracy of the monitoring system. Individual meters are typically more desirable for property valuation purposes, as they provide more clarity on utility costs. Based on the code requirements and utility practices, each individual owner should have their own utility meter. Using shared metering with an E-mon D-mon system is possible, but requires specific certifications, agreements, and a transparent billing mechanism to avoid disputes and ensure fairness. Consulting with the local building department and utility company is recommended to verify the specific requirements in your jurisdiction. Let's delve deeper into the specific code requirements that mandate individual metering. The International Building Code, or IBC, serves as a model code adopted by many jurisdictions. When dealing with multifamily residential buildings, the IBC typically stipulates that each dwelling unit, meaning each apartment or condominium, must have its own independent electrical meter. This requirement ensures that each resident is directly responsible for their own energy consumption, promoting individual accountability and energy conservation. Similarly, for commercial buildings, the IBC often mandates separate electrical meters for each retail or office space. This allows businesses to monitor and manage their energy usage effectively and receive accurate billing from the utility company. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides detailed standards for electrical installations to ensure safety and proper functioning. Article 230.3 of the NEC specifically addresses service requirements and often dictates that each tenant space in a commercial building must have its own separate service and meter. This means that each business occupying a separate unit within the building should have its own dedicated electrical connection and meter. This provision aims to prevent electrical hazards and ensure fair billing practices. The utility companies play a crucial role in the electrical metering process. Most utility companies prefer and often require individual metering for each customer. There are a few reasons for this preference. Firstly, it allows them to accurately bill customers based on their actual energy consumption. Secondly, it simplifies the process of allocating costs and tracking energy usage. Thirdly, individual metering helps to avoid disputes between tenants or building occupants regarding electricity bills. While individual metering is generally preferred, there are situations where shared metering systems like E-mon D-mon might be considered. These systems allow for the monitoring of electrical usage in individual units within a building, even if there is only one main meter for the entire property. However, using the data from these systems for billing purposes requires careful consideration and adherence to specific requirements. Firstly, the E-mon D-mon system or any similar submetering system must be certified by the utility company. This certification ensures that the system is accurate and reliable in measuring energy consumption. The utility company may have specific standards and testing procedures that the system must meet to obtain certification. Secondly, the building association or property management must have a written agreement with each owner or tenant. This agreement should clearly outline how the billing will be calculated and managed using the submetering data. The agreement should address issues such as meter calibration, data collection, billing cycles, and dispute resolution. Let's consider the advantages and disadvantages of shared metering systems. One potential advantage is cost savings. Installing a shared metering system with a limited number of main meters can reduce the initial installation costs compared to providing individual meters for each unit. However, it's important to weigh these potential cost savings against the complexity of managing billing and the potential for disputes. Managing billing for shared metering systems can be complex and time-consuming. It requires meticulous record-keeping of individual unit energy consumption, transparent calculations of fees, and a system for allocating common area electricity costs. The building association or property management must establish clear and well-documented procedures to ensure fairness and accuracy in billing. Shared metering systems can sometimes lead to disputes between owners or tenants. Disagreements may arise regarding the accuracy of the submetering data, the allocation of common area costs, or the fairness of the billing methodology. It is essential to have a clear process for resolving disputes and addressing concerns promptly and professionally. From a property valuation perspective, individual meters are generally more desirable. They provide greater clarity and transparency regarding utility costs, making it easier for potential buyers to assess the ongoing expenses associated with the property. Shared metering systems can sometimes create uncertainty and raise questions about how utility costs are allocated, potentially impacting the property's value. In conclusion, based on the prevailing code requirements and utility practices, providing each individual owner or tenant with their own utility meter is generally the recommended approach. While shared metering systems like E-mon D-mon can be used to monitor individual unit consumption, they require specific certifications, written agreements, and transparent billing mechanisms to ensure fairness and avoid disputes. It is crucial to consult with the local building department and the utility company to verify the specific requirements and regulations applicable in your jurisdiction. This consultation will help ensure that the electrical metering system complies with all relevant codes and standards, protecting the interests of both the building owners and occupants. For a clearer understanding of the technical aspects involved, let's consider a few scenarios. Imagine a multi-story building with both residential apartments and commercial retail spaces. According to the IBC, each apartment unit should have its own electrical meter to accurately track individual energy consumption. Similarly, each retail space, such as a store or a restaurant, should have its own meter for the same reason. The NEC further reinforces this requirement by stating that each tenant space must have a separate service and meter. Now consider a situation where the building owner is contemplating using a shared metering system. They might install one or two main meters for the entire building and then use sub-meters like E-mon D-mon to monitor the energy usage of each unit. While this approach might seem cost-effective initially, it's crucial to understand the potential complications. Firstly, the utility company must certify the sub-metering system to ensure its accuracy. This certification process typically involves rigorous testing and verification to meet specific standards. Secondly, a written agreement must be in place with each owner or tenant, clearly outlining how the billing will be calculated using the sub-metering data. This agreement should cover all aspects of the billing process, including meter calibration, data collection, billing cycles, and dispute resolution mechanisms. Furthermore, the building association or property management must be prepared to handle the complexities of managing shared metering. This includes maintaining accurate records of individual unit consumption, calculating common area costs, and addressing any disputes that may arise. Without proper planning and transparent processes, shared metering can lead to misunderstandings and dissatisfaction among building occupants. Let's also consider the potential impact on property valuation. When potential buyers are evaluating a property, they typically want to understand the ongoing expenses, including utility costs. Individual meters provide a clear and straightforward way to assess these costs. With shared metering, it can be more challenging for buyers to determine their individual electricity expenses, potentially impacting their decision to purchase the property. Therefore, it's essential to carefully weigh the potential benefits of shared metering against the potential drawbacks, including code compliance, billing complexity, dispute resolution, and property valuation. In most cases, adhering to the code requirements and utility practices by providing individual meters for each unit is the most prudent approach. However, if shared metering is being considered, it's crucial to conduct thorough research, consult with experts, and implement robust processes to ensure fairness and transparency. This comprehensive approach will help protect the interests of both the building owners and the occupants. To further illustrate the importance of code compliance, let's consider the potential consequences of non-compliance. If a building owner fails to comply with the code requirements for individual metering, they could face penalties from the local building department. These penalties might include fines, legal action, or even the revocation of building permits. Moreover, non-compliance can create legal liabilities for the building owner. If disputes arise between owners or tenants regarding electricity bills, the building owner could be held responsible for damages or losses. Therefore, it's crucial to prioritize code compliance and ensure that the electrical metering system meets all applicable standards. Let's also examine the role of the utility company in the metering process. The utility company is responsible for providing electricity to the building and accurately measuring the energy consumption of each customer. They typically have specific requirements for meter installation, maintenance, and data collection. It's essential to work closely with the utility company to ensure that the electrical metering system meets their standards and that the billing process is accurate and reliable. The utility company may also offer guidance on energy efficiency and conservation measures that can help reduce electricity consumption and lower utility bills. In addition to code compliance and utility requirements, it's also important to consider the long-term sustainability of the electrical metering system. The system should be designed to be durable, reliable, and easy to maintain. Regular maintenance and calibration of meters are essential to ensure accuracy and prevent errors. The system should also be scalable to accommodate future changes in building occupancy or energy consumption patterns. By considering these factors, building owners can ensure that the electrical metering system provides accurate, reliable, and sustainable service for years to come. Let's also consider the environmental impact of electrical metering. Accurate metering helps to promote energy conservation by providing building occupants with clear information about their energy consumption. This information can motivate them to adopt energy-saving habits, such as turning off lights when leaving a room, using energy-efficient appliances, and adjusting thermostats to conserve energy. By reducing energy consumption, buildings can lower their carbon footprint and contribute to a more sustainable environment. Therefore, electrical metering plays a crucial role in promoting energy efficiency and environmental stewardship. In summary, electrical metering is a complex topic that involves code compliance, utility requirements, billing practices, property valuation, and environmental considerations. Building owners and property managers should carefully consider all of these factors when designing and implementing an electrical metering system. By prioritizing code compliance, working closely with the utility company, and implementing transparent billing practices, they can ensure that the system provides accurate, reliable, and sustainable service for years to come. Ultimately, this will benefit both the building owners and the occupants by promoting energy efficiency, reducing costs, and fostering a more sustainable environment. Therefore, it is essential to approach electrical metering with a holistic perspective, considering all relevant factors to create a system that is both functional and beneficial for all stakeholders.